The junior doctors have put out a 10-point demand, once again hitting out at the Mamata government, saying that the promises that were essentially made by the Mamata government were completely unfulfilled, starting with the fact that security was to be provided to the junior doctors. They are once again saying that attempt has been made by the Mamata government to deflect from the current situation and perhaps trying to divert the attention. Now that's the big claim that has been made by the junior doctors. What you see right now on your screens, these protests that have resumed a short while back. You've had the junior doctors speaking to the media, laying out at least a 10-point demand that they have made, particularly focusing on the security of junior doctors. And not just that, the cleaning up of the entire healthcare system in the state of West Bengal. And that has been one of their primary demands that have also been made. Let me also try and see if we can hear in some of the voices coming in from Kolkata, doctors who are speaking on this entire issue. Let's listen. We are once again making a point before the state government that they must listen to the demands that we have made so far. We will only return after our promises are fulfilled. Well, these are the latest visuals now coming in. So not just the junior doctors, as I understand, some of the political parties have also joined the junior doctors and others who have joined the protest. Let's just try and listen into some more reactions that are coming in. The police is staring at a time when the doctors are being beaten up in the state. There is no space for democracy in the state. Those who are speaking against the Mamata government are being specifically targeted. This government is in favor of autocracy. There is broad daylight murder that is taking place. Well, that's Republic Bangla reporter getting you the live visuals coming in from the protest that is taking place in Kolkata. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, as we put out the details of the demands that have been made by the doctors on your screens right now, let's put out the demands that have been made by the junior doctors. Let's listen. We are not only talking about one hospital, but the other hospitals where there is a lack of security, and we've been demanding this. Those who are responsible for the killing of Abhaya should be held responsible. Those who have protected the accused, they too need to be exposed. We are seeing the kind of lawlessness in the state. People from different walks of life are now out on the streets that you see on your screens. And now that's exactly what has been happening for over a month now, when justice for Abhaya has been the clarion call for many people from different walks of life. It was no longer basically limited to just doctors, nurses, or those from the medical fraternity, but people from different walks of life coming together, exposing the lawlessness existing in the state of West Bengal. In fact, remember that Banerjee was on the back foot when those demands were actually made by the doctors. There was perhaps a standoff between the West Bengal government led by Mamata Banerjee and the doctors in particular, where in fact the meetings that also could not take place, only because remember there was the chief minister who was adamant on certain demands that she was actually making from the junior doctors too. Once again, the junior doctors are back on the streets. The doctors are essentially demanding that the promises that were made by the Mamata government should be fulfilled. Earlier, it was just about 5 demands that were made by the junior doctors, but it has now gone way above. 10 demands that have been made. We'll try and put this on our screens right now. Let's just go and put those 10-point demands that have been made by the doctors and the protests that are taking place. This started around 12 this afternoon when the press conference was done by the doctors laying out why they believe that the resumption of the protests are extremely critical at this point in time, because they believe that they have been failed by the government. The government hasn't perhaps heard the demands that were made earlier, and the promises that were essentially made earlier were not fulfilled by the Mamata government.
সাংবাদিক বন্ধুরা এবার এগোতে দিন মিছিলটাকে। গাড়ি ব্যানারের মাঝখানে কেউ থাকবেন না। সামনেটা ছেড়ে দিন। সাংবাদিক বন্ধুদের অনুরোধ, আপনি শুনছেন না কিন্তু সবুজ জামা সাংবাদিক, সবুজ জামা সাংবাদিক আপনি শুনছেন না। সিএন এর সাংবাদিক প্লিজ আপনি সামনেটা ছেড়ে দিন, সামনেটা ছেড়ে দিন। সিএন এর সাংবাদিক সবুজ জামা প্লিজ ছেড়ে দিন সামনেটা।
শাসক নাশক ভাই ভাই আমার বোনের বিচার চাই, শাসক নাশক ভাই ভাই
আমার বোনের বিচার চাই,
শাসক নাশক ভাই ভাই
আমার বোনের বিচার চাই।
তোমার আমার সবার স্বর,
জাস্টিস ফর আর্টিকল,
তোমার আমার সবার স্বর।
জাস্টিস ফর আর্টিকল।
Well, in fact, this is a story that we'll keep tracking as the protests have resumed in Kolkata. In fact, there is an ultimatum that has now been given by the doctors to the Mamata government, hoping that their demands will be fulfilled.